little surprised at how quickly we did that with no hesitation. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me present our next build brought to you by Onyx Off-Road. Starting today, this Mini Cooper, and how we're going to turn it into the most cool off-road capable Mini Cooper on the planet by kind of getting rid of everything that's Mini Cooper about it. But that's not the point. The point is it says Mini Cooper and it will stay a Mini Cooper when we're done. Before it gets any hotter, let's get started.
We've been here before, haven't we, Zach?
A couple times too many, in fact.
Alright, so looking at a couple things from when we did the clutch, we forgot to tighten those down. Those are basically what holds the bumper on, but they're not super important. And then also this header panel is broken off 100% now. So that's super cool.
It's alright, most of this is going in the garbage anyways.
Yep. Radiator is off. Looks good, Zach. Over there draining. I only smashed my finger once. Next up, we gotta pull the subframe and then pull the motor mounts, and this thing's probably gonna drop out of there. And we disconnect everything else as well. Well, exhaust is out. Yeah, there it is. Look at the size of those things. Now, that pipe is huge for a Mini Cooper.
Dude, this exhaust is bigger than the car. I don't know how they squished all this under this itty bitty little car.
Yeah. All right, so we got the subframe totally unbolted. So right now it's the struts and the upper motor mounts that are holding this whole thing. Nice. Let's get on to the next thing then. I think we're gonna want a pallet from outside drug in, and then we'll just set this off right on the ground. Okay. Pry bar time. Go. Go up. Go up. Whoa. Okay, go for it. Keep going. You're looking good. Okay, well, just gonna double check everything. Nothing's bad. Everything looks good. Okay, keep going. Let's keep going, I guess. Zach's undoing the e-brake cables right now, and then we can lower this whole rear subframe and suspension and the gas tank. The car will basically be stripped on the outside. There's a lot going on over here.
Over there?
Yeah.
Really?
I got at least 2 things holding me up. Okay. Have a cutter?
No.
Actually, you could probably unplug that. Got it out. No sweat. That was actually a really big deal. So we'll just cut brake lines, and then we've got to undo the struts. There's 2 bolts there. The subframe has a bolt there. 2 bolts there. Looks like a bolt there. So, not much.
Dude, once you get rid of the gas tanks, there's kind of a lot of room back here.
It's a Mini Cooper, Zach. Calm down. It's a golf cart on wheels.
Golf carts are on wheels.
Take her down.
Don't squish your melon.
Lifted Mini Cooper. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
What should we name this thing? We can't call it the Monster Mini or anything like that, it's endless. What do you want to call it?
I think they're gonna have to see what it actually is gonna look like before they can come up with a name.
Rear suspension's out, gas tank out, everything's out basically. It's just a shell, and we have the interior to do tomorrow.
I'm gonna go get a tire and roll it under here.
These are like monster truck tires for this thing. All right. We're going for a solid 90 inches wide, I think.
Goodness. Wouldn't even have to cut any of the body because it's not close enough to hit it.
Well, I think the Rubicon is 87 inches.
Wow.
And this should be similar. How's that? Oh my gosh. Wide enough?
There's not even kind of sort of under it at all. Dude, I don't know. Even the original bumper might be cool.
This is how it looks with our tires rolled in front of it.
Man, that is kind of ridiculous, actually. Good morning. Day 2 working on the Mini Cooper. And today we're going to get the interior stripped and start figuring out where we need to cut the floor and the firewall in order to fit the motor. Which, in fact, we have to pull the motor out of the Mercedes over there.
All this interior goes.
Let's start by pulling the seats out, and then we can probably start pulling the dash out because it all goes. None of that even worked anyway. Like, I don't even know how many miles this car has on it because the odometer doesn't work. None of the check engine lights or anything worked. The fuel gauge worked and the temperature gauge worked. But, I mean, we didn't even...
That was it.
That was it. That was literally it.
Oh, we got it open.
Ah, plastic pan will come out. What is that? The heck? Look at this thing. I've never seen anything like it. I think that's an airbag. I think it goes up into here too. That is weird. I bet this side has one too.
Can't these things go off if there's not, without power?
You know, you definitely don't want to like hit it with a hammer or anything. That was horrible. I mean, I'm not complaining, but it just was, it was not pleasant. We got the motor out faster than we got the interior apart. And that's because there was little nuts and bolts and screws everywhere. But it's done. There's finally room to stretch your legs. But it all gets cut out and an engine's going right here anyway. So, yep, we got to pull some other things like the shifter, carpet. This whole wiring harness comes out. Anyway, that took most of the morning. We're gonna go get some lunch and we'll be back to finish stripping this out. You definitely don't wanna know what it took to get it this far. That is the whole nervous system of this car.
That is a absurd amount of wires. Can't believe all this junk was packed into this little tiny Mini Cooper.
Now we need to remove the top glass and probably the side glass
And the airbags.
and the airbags.
And then set them off.
Yeah.
Outside.
Zach knows how to party.
So the vision I have in mind for this car does not have the side glass on it. or at least not have the side glass that looks like this. And it also doesn't have the sunroof. So Zach's gonna get on removing the sunroof, and I'm gonna start removing this side glass.
Okay.
This is why that glass needed to go, because I think we're gonna be cutting this, not right there, but starting here. To there. Yeah?
Would it be worth? Cut it.
And pairing this up
And
to it.
just. Then you actually have a whole roof.
It might be. And we take this too. Could put our
And
brake
we could
light back
steal the
in.
brake light.
Ooh. Ooh.
That'd be kind of. I mean, it'd be a lot
like
of work,
that.
but like.
Still, but still doing
it
it.
might look like really, really good.
You're right. It might. I think you're onto something, Zach. You're learning style. We'll have to put a new Sawzall blade in, but I think we're ready to cut it up.
I don't know. I'm a little scared. Nervous.
Treggy Mini Cooper, here we come. Oh, that's it. Holding that?
Yep.
Why does my nose get so itchy? I'm a little surprised at how quickly we did that with no hesitation. That was a good choice. This looks good.
Jeez.
This actually looks really cool.
That looks
Beautiful.
kind of ridiculous.
We're gonna call it a day, and we'll hit it hard again tomorrow.
Clap.
It's morning now, and I haven't regretted my decision yet, so that's a good sign. We need to get this rolled out of here so we can get the Mercedes motor pulled out and start fitting it up in there and see where we need to cut the firewall and stuff, because this car is actually really tiny. I feel terrible about tearing cars apart, but you know what? It's gonna be really cool when it's done. So, and I am pretty sure that oil pan is not supposed to look like that. It looks like it did a grind on a log.
It would make sense from the people we bought this from. They're loggers.
Yeah, well, you're the one who jumped it.
I'm pretty sure you didn't want to watch us pull the transmission and pull this motor out of the Mercedes. So we got everything unhooked, and now we've got the cherry picker here, and this motor is ready to come out. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. It's called finesse. That's what we got. Okay. It's gonna fit. Yeah, that's great. We need to get the back of this cut more so my imagination can roam free, and so that you can actually see what I'm talking about with how I want this to look, because I don't want it to look like a Mini Cooper back here. I want it to look kind of like a race car, like an off-road Ultra 4 roll cage super cool jungle gym of a race car. So a lot of this has to go still.
So you're getting rid of the whole back.
Whole shebang. That's exactly where the axle is going. And when this thing's cycling, we don't want it to get in the way, so we got to get rid of it. Whew. Boy, we're almost starting with nothing. This is actually looking like kind of like a race car body. As far as everything we've gotten done on the Mini Cooper project today, I am stoked. We're right on schedule for what I wanted it to be. We decided to pull it out and get it mocked up a little bit, see how it's looking. And boy, go ahead and walk up there for scale, Zach. It's perfect. It might sit a little higher than this, but really this is not bad. So as soon as we get the fenders cut out, it'll look probably a little better. This is what I'm thinking for the front. We'll have to cut all that out. But then inside the cab, there is plenty of room. Go ahead and sit in there, Zach. Can you make it not look so cramped?
It's super comfortable in here. I mean, and we might lose a tiny bit of foot room by the time we cut out this firewall and add some new firewall, but there's still gonna be a decent amount of foot room and stuff, I think.
Yeah. And then my favorite part is how wide these doors open. That's almost 90 degrees. That is just nuts. This thing could fly away. That thing is huge. How's that for headroom? Not. It's just non-existent.
Beautiful.
I like that. All right, next week we're gonna be mounting the axles under it. Here's what I got for the front. It's a 2004 Dana 60 out of a Super Duty, so it's the high pinion one. And it's gonna be perfect for the Mini Cooper. And then for the rear, I got this sneak peek of a monster truck axle. It is a 14 bolt with the TMR giant truss on it, loaded with Yukon goodies, just for the Mini Cooper. It's even got a purple diff cover. That's for me. We'll get into how I got that axle next week. Tune in. Thanks for watching.
Well, it didn't go to plan, but it was something.
Definitely was something.